SU lacrosse waiting patiently for tonight's selection show special. Good evening, I'm Alex Peck. Thanks to their Game 3 win, the Syracuse Crunch enter Game 4 against the St. John's Ice Caps with an exciting opportunity. Win and move on. He was born and raised right here in Cicero, just 45 minutes south of campus, and says he's not used to being so close to home. The Syracuse Crunch could not stop scoring goals, to put it mildly, and that's a fantastic problem to have this time of year. Watching your team win is always fun, and the Lakers' ability to turn defense into offense has assured Coach Kane will be on the fun side of most games. The Bearcats have no time to rest as they'll be back inside this dugout tomorrow to take on APW at 4:30. Reporting in Solvay, I'm Alex Peck.
1, 2, 3, Lakers!
The Oswego men's soccer team has kicked their season off on the right foot. Their record of 5-1-1 is their best start to a season since 1959. Head coach Dan Kane says the support between teammates has been a major factor to their success.
I think our guys have come together really well. They've supported each other. They enjoy playing with each other. They're having a ton of fun knocking the ball around, and it's fun to watch.
Watching your team win is always fun, and the Lakers' ability to turn defense into offense has assured Coach Kane will be on the fun side of most games.
When we're defending and we have the ability to turn teams over and then put them under pressure with our attack, we're quite good then.
Quite good is an understatement. Last season they scored a total of 13 goals. This season they've scored 14 goals in their first 3 games. Senior midfielder Connor Landusky had 2 goals and 3 assists in those games and wants to make sure their historic start isn't a distraction.
Yeah, honestly, we just take it one game at a time. Really hasn't even sunk in that it's the best start we've had in a while, but it's definitely something, after the season that we'll cherish, but we still have a lot more we want to accomplish.
They've got a challenging season ahead, but with more than half of it left to play, there's plenty of time to accomplish even more. Alex Peck reporting.
Take your mark, go!
The Oswego State men's swimming and diving team has started their season 5-0. Their early success can be credited to sophomore Daniel Rodriguez. The free swimmer earned 8 first-place finishes in the team's first 4 meets and says the team will use this success as momentum for the rest of the year.
This year we really had a really good start compared to last year. At this point we were 2-3, 2 wins, 3 losses. So I think this is a great start for the team, obviously, and it's going to set the momentum for the whole season.
Both he and the team have found success here at Laker Hall, but Daniel had to travel much further than some of his other teammates in order to do so. He was born and raised in Madrid, Spain, and earned a scholarship to come to America to swim and get an education. Head coach Mike Holman recognizes both the cultural differences he faces as well as his work ethic both in and out of the pool.
He does have dual citizenship, but the culture is just a lot different. How we do things and how we train is definitely different than what he's used to, but he's a super hard worker. He is going to give it all he has all the time.
And that hard work has been paying off. Daniel has claimed a SUNYAC title in the 1650-yard free, as well as set 2 Oswego State records with that time and another in the 1000-yard free. And he recognizes how special those accomplishments are.
For me, I come from a team where I was a small fish in a big pond, so it's special breaking a record and having the spotlight.
And that spotlight won't be leaving him anytime soon, as he hopes to make a splash at SUNYACs. Alex Peck reporting. The Oswego men's hockey team lost 12 seniors last year, including 4 of their top 5 scorers.
Score! It trickles in! Kenny Neal! Ace goal!
Filling those empty locker room stalls are 11 new recruits. Head coach Ed Gosick says time will tell if the new guys can replace the scoring that was lost.
We hope the new guys can assume some of the responsibility. We lost all our scoring, but the majority of it, right? So, a typical coach answer would be, we're going to score by committee. I don't know if that'll be accurate.
Looking to provide some scoring is freshman Jesse Fairby. The forward scored 80 points in 116 games in the North American Hockey League and didn't have to travel far to join his new team. He was born and raised right here in Cicero, just 45 minutes south of campus, and says he's not used to being so close to home.
It's actually been a little different because I've been away from home playing juniors, so it's been nice. I feel comfortable here, and
The school's been great and the hockey's been even better.
That feeling of comfort is important for a player adjusting to a new team, and Gosick feels Farabee and the type of game he plays will fit in with this program.
He's a kid that always piqued our interest. He had certain things in his game that we thought fit in well here, and being a local kid, it was someone that we thought, this could be the right fit for him.
Whether Farabee fits in with the Lakers or not, one thing's for sure: there's no place like home. Alex Peck reporting.
SU lacrosse waiting patiently for tonight's selection show special. Good evening, I'm Alex Peck. I'm sure SU basketball is the first thing that comes to mind in terms of Selection Sunday. But if you're a lacrosse fan, you well know the Orange have made a living out of playing in the big dance. The SU men's lacrosse team ended their regular season with a bang, taking down Colgate in yet another close game on Saturday. The Orange have only lost twice all season, with both losses coming by a single goal. However, since Maryland won its conference tournament, it may be the Terrapins earning the #1 overall seed. Let's take a look at the latest RPI rankings, and this will give you a better idea of who will be awarded the top seeds. Syracuse holds down the #2 spot. It seems like the Orange may be destined for a 2 seed. Notre Dame is 3rd. The Irish are followed by Penn State, Johns Hopkins, and Denver to round out the top 6. Tonight's selection show will air at 9 p.m. on ESPNU. The Syracuse Crunch could not stop scoring goals, to put it mildly, and that's a fantastic problem to have this time of year. With last night's win, the Crunch took a 2-0 series lead and now prepare to visit Toronto early next week. 3 different players scored for the Crunch. It was quite the offensive showing, in fact. The Crunch have never scored that many goals in a playoff game. 14 different players recorded points, including 7 of those players with multi-point efforts. In other words, Syracuse dominated Toronto from start to finish. But the Crunch better be prepared for a battle north of the border. The series shifts to Toronto for games 3, 4, and 5. The next game will take place Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. Game 4 will be Wednesday. Then they'll enjoy a nice 4-day break, and if necessary, before Game 5, which is set to take place Monday, May 15th.
For us, we're going one game at a time. We know they have a good team. Like, they have 18 shots tonight, 5 goals, so we can't give them much. As soon as we give them something, they take advantage of it. So I don't think anyone's going to take anything for granted here.
In playoffs, you got to take care of your home advantage, and then you got to do whatever it takes to steal one on the road. And obviously, they tried to do that, and we did a good job of using our atmosphere, of our home atmosphere, and the fans, and taking care of our home advantage. And we got to match their intensity. They're going to use their home crowd, and we're going to do whatever it takes to get off to an early start like we did today.
The Lemoyne women's lacrosse team has not lost a single game all season. The Dolphins entered the day 18-0, but the biggest question was, could they make it 19-0? A conference championship was on the line this afternoon from Ted Grant Field. Adelphi was the opponent out of Long Island. Under 10 minutes to go, Lemoyne trailing by 3, but Monica Santa starts the Dolphins' rally, scores from the free position, and the deficit is only 2. A few moments later, and Brianna Fazio makes it a 1-goal game. Adelphi has been the only team to really test the Dolphins this season, and today the Panthers did just that. Time winding down, and Adelphi cements the win. Lemoyne falls today, 7-5, the final.
I couldn't be more proud of this team right now. I mean, it was definitely not the result we were hoping for. It's a great team that we just lost to, and we got down kind of quick on some, I would say, uncharacteristic takes that they had on our defense that has been so strong all year. You could see the defense in the second half, and the offense, we struggle against their defense. So we'll find more goals if we get a chance to see them again, I think.
The Lemoyne men take care of business on the road, taking down Adelphi in the conference title game. 7-2 the final from Garden City, New York tonight. A Region 3 championship was on the line in Rochester today, but the OCC women's lacrosse team falls short to Monroe, 16-8. The Lasers are the 2 seed in next week's Final Four. The New York Mets looking for the sweep over the Miami Marlins from Citi Field today, but Giancarlo Stanton had other ideas. Perhaps the most explosive hitter in the bigs today hit 2 solo home runs to jumpstart the Marlins. The Mets are shut out 7-0 and were only held to a single hit all day. That's it for sports. Thank you for watching. I'm Alex Peck.